Okay guys, welcome back to another one of our adventures in handwriting. Today we're going to be focusing on the letter N. But before we do that, we'll have to write the long date. So let's start with our rhyme. Remember, 1, 2, 3, 4 are my feet flat on the floor. 5, 6, 7, 8 is my back up nice and straight. Make sure your chair's tucked in as well. 9, 10, 11, 12. This is how my pencil is held. Remember, we use our thumb and we use our second finger and our third finger. 13, 14, 15, 16. Now I'm ready to start my writing. So let's begin with that long date. Remember, I say this each week, but I will remind you again. Make sure that you always start over on the very left of your page, okay? Because if you start over here, let's space that out, sorry, zoom that out. If you start over here, or even here, or further out, you will run out of space and you won't be able to fit the long date on your line. Okay, so let's zoom in. Okay, put your pencil down because you're just watching for now. So I'm going to write my capital T for Tuesday. Remember, it's the name of a day, so it gets a capital letter. So watching me, not touching anything. I am starting on that top dotted line, and I'm going to go from there down to the bottom solid line and take my pencil off the page. You are still watching. Then I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to go from the left to the right and take it off. Your turn. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to write U. So U starts on the top solid line, quite close to the T, and we go down. You're watching around, curving on that bottom solid line, coming up, touching that top solid line, coming down again. Okay, your turn. Alright, now for the E. Remember, the E always starts in between the top solid line and the bottom solid line. Please watch me first because I often see people starting from the wrong point. Okay, so watching me, I put my pencil down, my pen, and I go up to the right, around, touch that top solid line, go down, and then I start curving it up on the bottom solid line. Your turn. Alright, now for my S. So remember, S starts over here. Please watch first. I put my pen down just below that top solid line and I arch up, go around, come around like that. Keep going around, arching it again, but touching the bottom line this time. So we've got choose. So now we need the day. Please don't write it yet though. Don't write the word day yet because you have to watch how it's done first. So the D, we start over here and we go around, down, touch that bottom line, come up, keep going to get to that top dotted line and then come down again. Take your pencil off the page. Okay, now for the A, which is like D. So going around to the left, down, touching that line, coming up, going down again. And then finally Y, which is like U. So going down, coming up, going down and curving. Tuesday. If I zoom out, you'll be able to see it there, and you'll also be able to see that I've got plenty of room left on my line, okay? And we want you to have plenty of room left on yours as well. I am going to leave a finger space though, because now it's time for the number day. So which day of August we're in. So we're on the 4th day of August. So I'm going to leave a finger space. Now watching me, please, really, really carefully. I'm going to start on this top dotted line, watching. I'm going to go down to the solid line and come across, take my pencil off the page. So it's a bit like a mini capital L with a really long bottom. And then I'm going to put my pencil back up on the dotted line and go straight down. I probably should have touched that bottom line though. Okay, so that's 4. Can you please have a go at 4? Okay, now for my T, so watching me, I go from the top down to the bottom and then cross it, and I'll do my H2. So top, down, and around. So we've got Tuesday, 4th, and we're going to write of August. So we've got a different month this time. This will be interesting because we haven't done August before in our handwriting. So I'm going to leave another finger space, and watching my O, I'm going to start over here and go around to the left, down and up. And then I'm going to come up here for my F. Down and around, cross it. Tuesday, 4th of, and it's August this month. So I'm going to leave a finger space. Now please watch me. So I don't think we've done any capital A's this term. So it starts up here on the dotted line and it goes down and it slopes to that bottom solid line. Remember, you're just watching. So it's not straight, guys. It's not a straight downward stroke. It actually is like a diagonal downward stroke. And then we're going to put in our other one. Now try not to make your A too wide or too skinny. So you have to think about it. Right, so going down, touching that bottom line. So it looks like a bit like an upside down arrow or V. And then I'm going across from the left to the right. Okay, I'm going to do my U now. So watching, down, touching the bottom line, coming back up and down. And G is one of those letters like A. So if you watch me, I go around like I'm making an A, see? But then I keep going below the line and I make that lovely tail like a Y would have. So I've got org. So this is org, org. And then I've got to do gust. Oh, sorry, ust. I've already got the G. Okay, so watching me, please. You can watch me do these 3 letters, and then you can do it. S, T. That's August. Can you write the rest of August? Okay, now for our year. Now, as you can see, I am running out of room. I won't run out of room, but I'm getting close. So I'm going to have to make a decision. So I have to put my comma in, like you do, really close to the last letter. And if I leave a full finger space, I might not fit all of it. So I might leave like a half of a finger space. Okay, so I'm going to put the 2 in there. My 0. My other 2. And my last 0. Remember, guys, use your other hand to hold down your page. And there we go. Okay, let's zoom that out and have a look. So looking pretty good. Now I know near the end some people might be thinking, oh, she didn't use a full finger space. Now look, normally we would use a full finger space, but sometimes you have to make a decision about all I had to fit was the 2020 on the end, and I would have had everything on the line. So sometimes you might need to make the decision of, whether you fit something in or whether you leave it off. For this, I wanted to fit it in. If you're doing your writing though, in class, not your handwriting, but like your writing, then you can always go to the next line. All right, we're going to go to a new line now, a new set of lines, and we are going to learn how to write capital N. So, watching really, really carefully, please. So, pencil down and watching me. So, I'm starting on the top dotted line, and I'm going to go down to the bottom solid line. And I take my pencil off. That's really important to remember, and you will have to do that too. And then I put my pencil back up here and I go diagonally down, keep it on there and come up. Like that. So when you think about it, that's two main strokes. So the first one goes down and the second one goes down up. Alrighty, I'm going to leave a finger space and I'm going to write my next N. Okay, so now I'm going to keep going. You keep going too. Take your time and especially be careful when you're getting to the end of your line. That's when I notice people sort of speed it up because they think I'm almost done and then they don't do the best work that they could do. Okay, so I'm going to leave another finger space and I'm going to go down, up, down, finger space, down, down, up, 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 down, down, up. And I'm looking at the end and I have to make a decision about whether I can fit one more. You know what, looking at that, I don't think I will. So it's all right not to. It's not a competition to see how many you can squeeze on the line. All right, so if we zoom out and have a look, we've got a lovely row of capital N. And remember, always think about, did you leave equal spaces between your letters? Did you follow the strokes that you were shown? Okay, so remember it's a down, off, down, up. Okay, now we're going to go to the next set of lines. So this time we're going to learn how to write lowercase n. Now watch this really carefully please, because this has got a bit of a stroke or a movement in it that's a little tricky. I know I used to find it tricky when I was learning how to write a long time ago now. So watching me, all pencils are down and your eyes are looking at the board. So I put my pen on the top solid line and I go down. Now that's not the hard part. This is the hard part. I come back up and about halfway I branch. So I do this lovely thing that I like to call branching. I branch out. It's a bit like it reminds me of a tree trunk, and then there's a branch coming off there. I'm going to show you one more time before you write. So please still have your pencils down and your eyes glued to the board. So I'm leaving a space. You're not doing anything except watching and thinking. Okay, and I'm putting my pencil down, going down, coming up about halfway, branch, and go down. Okay, Now guys, it's really important that you follow that that pattern, that movement, okay, because your teachers can tell. We know when you haven't followed that. Like we know when people go down, take their pencil off and then try and put a hump on it. It doesn't work, okay? So please make sure you pay really good attention to this. Also too, because guys, this stroke is not just used for N, it's also used for letters like R, for H. What else is it used for? For the letter M, for the letter P, for B, for K. My gosh. I can even really quickly show you. So this is just to show you. This is not for you to do. So if I quickly show you on some old paper of mine. Watch this. That stroke that I just taught you. Okay, here's N. Great. Here's R. The same. Here's H. Same stroke. Here's B. Same stroke. Here's K. The same stroke is used in there. And finally, here's P. See with the branch? Okay, I know that looks like a bit of a mess, but what I'm trying to show you is that that lovely branching stroke, we use it in lots of different letters, heaps and heaps. So let's try and get it right so that we can use it in lots of different letters. All right, I'm leaving a space and I'm going down, up, around, down. So you guys can do this as well. You can fill out the rest of your line, and if you can't remember how to do it, just look up, because I will be doing it on here for you to see. Okay, and I'm leaving those lovely equal finger spaces between each N that I write. And again, I don't think I'm going to have enough space there, so best not to. Okay, so now we've got our lovely long date, our row of capital N and our row of lowercase n. We're going to go to the next set of lines now. And this time, like we do each week, we're going to do the combination, but please watch really, really carefully. It's important so that you get an idea of how close the two letters should be together and where to put your space. So all pencils down, your eyes are just focused on the board. All right, so I'm starting at the top, I'm going down, taking it off, going back up to the top, going down, up. So it's capital N, but please watch. Okay, we're going to do the combination, right? So I'm going to put the little n right next to it. So down, up and branching, around, down. So it's going to look like that. Please continue to watch. So please keep watching because I'm going to show you how far apart they should be. Okay, so we've got our finger space there. And over here we go down, down, up, and then the little n next to it. Okay, so have a look at those two examples next to each other and you'll get a good idea of what you need to do. So I'm going to keep going with that, so can you. Okay, so down, down, up, down and around, down, down, up, down and around, down, down, up, down and around, down, down and around, down, down and around. Great. Okay, now something, guys, that's really, really important. Check if you've got this nice little, sorry, I'll zoom in. Check if you've got this nice little gap happening here. See this nice little triangle that appears? Okay, you should have this nice little triangle happening on your lowercase n's. Alrighty. If you don't have that nice little triangle happening, then it might mean that you're not doing the branching, or you might be going up way too high and then trying to do your branch. Okay, if you go too high, that won't work. All right, we're going to go down to the bottom row and play with words as we like to do each week. So this week, what have we got this week? Okay, this week we're going to work on the word need. Watching me first, please. I'll give you a chance to write it afterwards. So need is a 4-letter word. Starting over on the left, I'm going down, up and around. You're just watching. Okay, we've got a double E happening in the middle because that makes the E sound, the double E. And then D. Okay, your turn to write. Need when there's something that you have to have. Needing is different from wanting. A need is something that you must have. Like, for example, you need water, you need food, but you don't need a PlayStation. That's a want. Or you don't need a brand new bicycle. That's a want. Okay, need. And it's got that lovely double E pattern in there, which makes an E sound, a long E sound. Okay, I'm going to leave a space. I'm going to change that word. Not much. I'm just going to add a suffix to it. Remember, a suffix means something I put on the end. So watching me, please. I'm not doing anything. I'm going to write need again. But this time I'm going to add a suffix. I'm going to add the suffix ed. Need, ed, needed. Needed. Can you write needed? So needed is the past tense of need, because need is a verb. It's a doing thing, something that you do. You need stuff. So needed is the past tense of need, like something that you had to have in the past. I needed to have some water. I needed to have something to eat because I was so hungry. Okay? So you're talking about it like it's already happened. All right, I'm going to leave a space. And I'm going to change need again, but please watch me first. So you're not writing, you're just watching. I'm going to write need again, but this time I'm going to put a different suffix on the end. This time I'm going to change it to needing. Watching me. Needing. Needing. Your turn to write needing. So needing is to need something now. It's the present tense. So, for example, we are needing some help, or we are needing some of your water. Needing. We are needing your assistance. Needing. Would normally just say need, but needing is a word. Okay, I'm going to leave a space, and we've got one more word. But remember, it's not over after the last word. The last word is well, I'm not going to tell you yet, but I'm going to write need again. So watching me, N-E-E-D. And this time I'm going to add one letter. It's still a suffix, but I'm going to add one letter to the end. And that is the letter Y. Needy. You can write needy. Needy is a word that we might use to describe, or someone might use to describe a person who requires a lot of help. They might be described as being a bit needy. It's not something that you would call someone, like it's not something that's nice to call someone, but you may hear that word used. Somebody is a bit needy today. All right. So let's zoom out and have a look at what we've got. Oh, that's as far as I can zoom out. So let me just move that around for you. Okay, here we go. So this is our completed handwriting for this week. So we should have our long date, our row of capital N, our row of little n, our row of the combination, and our row of words that we like to play with. So before you finish, you're not finished yet, before you finish, have a look at your spaces. Okay, I want you to look at your spaces that you did. I want you to think, are they equal? Are they not? Are some of them equal and some of them not? Okay, remember you're trying to get all of them as equal as you can. I want you to think about how light or dark your writing is. Whether it looks like you've written it with a sharp pencil or a blunt pencil. Whether you think you've been pressing too hard on your page. Your writing might have come out very dark. And remember, I always say it, check that your pencil is an HB pencil when you're doing your handwriting. If you are using a 2B pencil or anything darker, then that might not be the right pencil for the job. That's about it, guys. So, hope you enjoyed your session of handwriting. Well done for completing it. Give yourselves a pat on the back. And make sure you use what you've learned in class. Bye for now.